If you see the same question I answered 6 years before, in the video, what excitement I had, what answers I gave, the same thing I'll be doing with you. Because it is my table memory. Because it has become my table memory. The desire and action are completely in tune. Please be very clear. If you feel tired, one more thing I want all of you to know. The whole Patanjali Sutras and the Adayoga Deepika. Adayoga Deepika is the literature evolved based on the teachings of Patanjali collected by the disciples of Patanjali. All of you understand? See, Patanjali is the father of yoga. He wrote one book by himself. And all his disciples collected more things and wrote a book. In this whole literature, they are addressing all problems. Nowhere they talk about tiredness. There is no mention of idea of tiredness in our yoga literature. Any of you can understand? Because this problem did not exist at the time. Can you believe? There was a civilization. The problem of tiredness did not exist. There is no mention, there is no talk about tiredness in that whole literature. See, when I say Adayoga Pratipika and the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, that whole thing put together can be at least 50,000 couplets. 50,000 couplet talking about all possible problems of human beings. All possible problems, physical, all disorders, all possible disorders. But even in their wild dreams, they are not able to imagine something called tiredness. Can you imagine? Means, the whole problem is created by us. The whole problem is later development. Later development. See, the discrepancy between your desire and action, the discrepancy happening in the table memory, is tiredness, is boredom. That is tiredness, that is boredom, that only makes you feel, oh God, one more day. One more day. Too much is put on your table. Things which you want to dump into your archives, not only retrievable archives, unretrievable archives. There are millions of things which you just want to dump into that unretrievable archive, some ocean. Some ocean. But you are forced by the society to keep all that file on the table, not even in the cupboard, on the table. That is what I call stress. Understand? Either society should teach you how to make a huge table. How to make a huge table. Or it should accept you with a memory which you can handle with this table. All of you understand? Either making huge table or accepting you with the table which you have. If you look back, the amount of abusal you went through because you are forced to have the archives memory as a table memory. See, the torture which society does on you, if you don't keep the archive memory as a table memory, is more. So you decide to keep the archives memory as table memory. If not, the torture is going to be too much. You will not even have food. I am telling you really, because I am traveling all over the world, I am saying, they tell me, oh, India is poor country, all these, that things. Understand? I am telling you honestly, in India, a person does not need even table memory for his survival. A normal man, he can eat, survive without remembering anything from cupboard or archives or even from the table. In every village I know, millions are surviving, running their life. But in the so-called developed countries, you cannot survive. You can't even eat and sleep. You can't even have the basic things unless you bring the archive memory to your table. You can see the lifestyle. The whole society is built on forcing more and more human beings to bring their archives memory to the table memory. Please understand, there are two kinds of civilization. The civilization which evolves based on the human beings. Man is the center. Man is the center. How much table memory he can handle? How much cupboard memory he can handle? How much archives memory he can handle? Based on that understanding, the civilizations which evolves, usually always these civilizations will be agriculture civilization, where you don't need to bring your archives memory to your table by force. Understand? I am explaining some of the basic things of the civilization. Man-based civilization and the other civilizations are productivity-based civilization. All productivity-based civilizations will be office-based culture. Majority of their people will be, from morning till night, they will be in offices. All man-based civilizations, majority of their people will be agriculture-based. There are only two kinds of civilization in the planet Earth. One man-based, other productivity-based. I am not against productivity-based civilization. All I am saying is, expand the table length so that you will not produce millions have to go through the suffering. You understand what I am saying? Which is not necessary. Which is not necessary. Civilizations based on man, consciousness-based civilizations, where you know your table memory. If you need to handle more, the method to extend your table, expand your table, are given more priority. Then naturally, you see, if the table becomes more, naturally you will handle more memory. That's different. But the whole thing, civilization is based on the person, human, not on the production. Please understand. Bringing archives memory to your table memory damages your nervous system terribly. It's almost like the pipe through which you can send only 10 liter water. You are trying to send million liter water. You are trying to send, 10 gallon water only can go through the pipe. You are trying to send million gallon water. What will happen? Constantly forcing yourself to remember the archives memory as a table memory, which you do not want, is the worst thing happened to human beings. Understand? The worst thing happened to humanity. The biggest gap, the biggest reason, I can say reason for the gap between you and enlightenment is too much of archives memory are forced to be a table memory. If you look back, you will see how that childlike innocence and the joy and excitement which was always in your muscles were taken out by the society. Around the age of 7, 8. Of course, if you are from village even up to 10, 12, understand the amount of stress the kids go through. You do not know. Understand? If kids are violent towards you, they have the right. Because you guys have abused. You have done so much to them. Forcing them to remember, which they can't remember, which they don't know how to remember. Without expanding the table, we lost the technique of expanding the table. But we only started forcing just through greed and fear, forcing the archives memory should come to us, come to the table. What will happen? Stress. I tell you really, from my own research, when I hold the kid's hand, these guys come for Kalpatarundalna. When they come and ask me, Swamiji bless me that I should pass in the exam or I should do well in my studies. When I hug them, when I hold their hands, I see the stress level which is usually felt at the age of 50 in them, in their nervous system. The stress level in their nervous system is almost like the stress level which is felt by a person who is at the age of 50. I tell you, really kids are losing their childhood and youth without even living it. Without even living it. Just their childhood is snatched away from them. Let's come back to this memory session. Ability to live in awareness without memory is enlightenment. Understand? Living with your table memory. Not bringing your cupboard memory or the archives memory due to fear or greed into your table. Living with your table memory is living enlightenment. Please understand. Almost all our depressions are nothing but nervous breakdowns. You just break down. You don't know what to do. Too much of memory is forced. Too much is in your plate. You are right when you say too much is in my plate. You should start saying now, too much is in my table. Too much is in my table. Decide. You will establish yourself in a space where there is no forced memory. You will function only with a table memory. You may think, no, then how will I be productive? How will I go and continue my doctor profession, lawyer profession, engineer profession? Don't bother. Dump all the forced memory and go through that balancing period, the transition period. You will see whatever you are hating as an archives memory will be your table memory, and you will be able to do the whole thing beautifully without being forced memory. Don't even have that greed. Now I am telling you just to give you courage. Don't even have that greed. If I am lost, if I drop all the forced memory, if I can't do my job, it's okay. What is there? Be jobless. It's nothing wrong. What is there? Your table memory is intelligent enough to get your food for you. It will somehow get it. Don't bother. It will somehow get it. Your table memory, which is intelligent enough to digest the food into blood. You see, your table memory, which is intelligent enough to convert blood into blood, that energy is intelligent enough to bring blood to you. So you don't need to be afraid at all. Decide no more living with forced memory. No more living with forced memory. A person who decides and breaks away from the forced memory is a leader. I decided to break from the forced memory at the age of 12. From that time, I am a leader for my life. So decide no more forced memory. No more forced memory. No archive memory. No cupboard memory. No forced memories in my life. If I remember smoothly, I am there to do. If I am not remembering smoothly, forget about it. Who cares? Who cares? So enough of life with forced memory. Enough of life with a archives memory. Now decide, I am not going to live with forced memory. Understand, this very conscious decision is enough. The whole way in which you think, the whole way in which you function, the whole way in which your energy flows will become different. The whole way in which you allot your time and energy and intelligence and everything, the whole thing will become different. Now you know, the life is liberation. Life is for freedom. Life is for consciousness. Life is for joy. Understand? Even if you live 1 month without forced memory, the healing happens to your nervous system is so beautiful, so powerful. The ecstasy happens to your nervous system will become creativity. That is why Patanjali's time, even the idea of tiredness did not exist. Can you imagine? He is talking about all diseases. There are some diseases which Adayoga Pradipika talks. Till allopathy don't know about those diseases. Means still we have not even discovered those diseases. They are yet to come. There are diseases which Adayoga Dipika talks, the scripture on the body from Patanjali, the diseases which that book talks, still humanity has not seen those diseases. They are all yet to come. They are able to talk about those diseases, but they did not even mention the idea tiredness. They were not even able to imagine this problem. Tireless civilization, tireless human being is enlightened civilization, an enlightened human being. Decide clearly from today, from this moment, no more forced memory. No more forced memory. No more archives memory in my life. Whether it is related to relationships, I tell you, even in your relationships, all the disturbance, hurting points are forced memories only. Whether it is the relationships, or life, or profession, or spirituality, or health, or mental health, understand, all your mental health problems are forced memories. All your physical health problems are from forced engraved memories, forced engrams. So decide consciously, no more forced memory. No forced memory. No archives memory or cupboard memory. Just decide strongly. This very conscious decision can do the real process.